hello. This is Gamma. Come on up in here and adjust those cameras. Gamma is in the building. Welcome to Gamma Story Time. We're back by popular demand, diving into the important theme of trick or treat. Join us with a heartfelt journey down memory lane, as many of you can possibly relate to those trick-or-treat days back when we were kids, right? Don't forget to grab your raffle tickets for a chance to win a copy of our enchanting storybook, Trick or Treat. A link for parents that are interested will be purchased. You guys could purchase it. Purchase one of our books will be provided at the end of the session. We're also excited to offer FMI Iconic Store and Gamma's DIY. That's right, Trick or Treat Throw. That's $79.99 plus tax and shipping. We even do personalization, so you can personalize your throw with a different image. Perfect for snuggling up with a warm drink while the for a story time with Gamma. That's right, Gamma is in the building and she's here to stay. For inquiries or orders, please feel free to reach out to Gamma Storytime at Florence Carroll, and that's LLC, via email at flavonsllc@gmail.com, or you can text us at 331-575-3053. We accept a variety of payment methods, that's Zelle, PayPal, or Cash App. Let's make this story time Trick or Treat by the Berenstain Bears Unforgettable Together. But guys, before we dive in, I just want to go over just what I call a few housekeeping rules for our children who are our future. You know that, right? Our children are our future, so we have just a few things that we want to go over because we're not only reading tales to children, we're trying to embrace them and prepare them for the future. So we're going to dive into about 4 educational benefits and inspiring learning abilities. The first one is going to be language development, creativity and imagination, listening skills, and confidence. I know a lot of you guys can attest to that because a lot of us don't put on our listening ears. Come on, be honest. Be honest. Let me see by show of hands. If you are an adult and still don't listen, if you are an adult and still not confident in yourself, come on, raise your hands. Let me see by show of hands. Okay, the kiddies, let me see you guys. It's okay if you're not confident because we're going to learn about confidence today. So the first thing we want to go over today is language development. Story time enhances vocabulary and language skills. Listening to stories and introduces new words and phrases, helping children articulate their thoughts, feelings, regardless of their learning abilities or disabilities. The second one is creativity and imagination. Storytime sparks imagination and creativity by immersing children in whimsical tales. They learn to think outside of the box, fueling their creativity and encouraging them to express themselves freely. Listening skills. Gamma Storytime encourages active listening, essential for following instructions and engaging in conversations. Each story invites children to immerse themselves fully in their ability to focus and understand. And the last one, guys, is confidence. Sharing stories and participating in discussion builds confidence. Gamma's warm and inviting environment helps children feel safe to express their thoughts, nurturing their self-esteem and belief in their abilities. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to read the Berenstain Bears, Trick or treat. There will be a link at the end of the tutorial for those parents that may want to make a purchase and follow along. Guys, are you ready? Let me see. Let me see by show of hands. I can see you guys. Let me see. Okay, okay. All right, beautiful. Okay, guys, we're going to read The Berenstain Bears by Stan and Jane Berenstain. Trick or treat and happy Halloween to you, and you. The sights and sounds of autumn were all around as Mama Bear pushed her shopping cart along the path that led to the Bears family treehouse. The trees and the shrubs were ablaze with color. Farmer Ben's pumpkins stood bright orange in the October sun. The crows called noisily as they searched the stubble for bits of corn, while geese in great V formations honked high in the sky as they all flew south. How many of you guys know that the birds normally fly south during the autumn and fall season? Did you know that? Basically the autumn season. Did you know that? Let me see by show of hands. Did you know that? Okay. If you didn't know, you know now. But the surest signs of season was inside the treehouse, hiding behind Papa Bear's easy chair. It was Brother Bear waiting to try out his Halloween costume on Mama. It wasn't Halloween yet, but Brother and Sister couldn't wait to try on their new costumes. Sister was going to be a beautiful ballerina. Well, what do you think, she asked, taking the third position. Now, remember when you had those awesome costumes, you couldn't wait for Halloween and you wanted to try them on just to see how they're going to look? But this is her. Can you guys see that? She's the ballerina in third position, as she called it, right? Shh, said Brother. Mama's coming. Brother had chosen to be a spooky monster on Halloween. He had bought the spookiest monster mask he could find, and Mama made the rest of the costume. Boo! He shouted as Mama came in with the groceries. Help! A monster! She cried, pretending to be frightened. It's only me, Mama. It's only me, Mama, he said, showing his face. So it is, said Mama. Well, that goes to show you that appearances can be deceiving. Appearance can be deceiving. What does that mean, asked Sister? It's just a grown-up way of saying that things aren't always what they look like. As Mama unpacked the groceries, the kids were saying, looking around, Brother and Sister were saying, look, look, look. Sister said, look, Brother, goodies, goodies. Hands off, please, said Mama. Those are for trick-or-treaters who come over to our house tomorrow night. You know how when your mom went out and she bought candy for the trick-or-treaters, you wanted to eat them right away? You guys remember that? That was so much fun. But Mama said, no. This candy is for the trick-or-treaters, not for you guys. You guys are going to go out trick-or-treating, and then you can get your candy. Remember those days, guys? Brother and Sister were very excited about Halloween, and a little nervous, too. This was the first year they would be going trick-or-treating without grown-ups along to supervise. I'm not so sure I like the idea of them going by themselves, said Papa Bear, as he carved the pumpkin he got from Farmer Ben. And that's Papa Bear carving that pumpkin. Did your father used to carve your pumpkins when you were a little kid? My mom used to do it for us. It's pretty spooky out there, he added, making a scary face at the cubs. Remember, these are bears, right? Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and the baby bears are the cubs. Now, Papa, said Mama, If brother and sister want to accept the challenge of going out on their own, I think we should encourage them. But remember, she continued, turning to the cubs, there be strict rules. You stay in your own neighborhood and you won't eat any of the treats until you're back home. Besides, said brother, we won't really be by ourselves. We made a trick-or-treat date with cousin Freddie, Lizzie, Braun, Queenie, and McBear. So that was a great idea, right? So they won't be traveling along, so that way their parents won't be so concerned. Because, when you travel in packs, that's pretty much the smart way to go. There, said Papa, putting the finishing touches on the jack-o'-lantern. Then he lit a candle inside it and turned out all the lights. It was pretty. Look at that, guys. Can you guys see that? Oh my goodness. Can you guys see it? Beautiful. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a little girl, I was always afraid of trick-or-treat. It was a scary situation for me. But what made it fun was because I had so many siblings, so many sisters and brothers, and we were all together. The next day, brother and sister began planning the trick-or-treat route they followed that night. Brother got a pencil and paper and made a map of the neighborhood. That way, he explained, they wouldn't miss anybody. Let's see now, he said. We'll stop at our houses first. Ours, Freddie's, Lizzie's, Queenie's. Then we'll do Farmer Ben's and our sitters, Mrs. Grizzle. Mrs. Grizzle for sure agreed. Sister, she usually makes special Halloween cookies. And Teacher Jane, she gives out good stuff. How about Dr. Grizzly? Asked brother. She's into health snacks. I think so, just to be polite, said sis. Gramps and Gran, of course. The grandparents always have the good stuff. And then you guys get together like we did when we were kids, and we went to the houses that we knew would have the best candy and the ones that gave the most. Do you guys remember that? The ones that had the most was the best, right? I'll tell you one place we are going to miss, said brother, folding his map. What place is that? Asked sister. That one, he answered, pointing out the window at the home of the old Miss McGrizz. It was a spooky, twisted old treehouse in a thicket at the end of the Cricket Lane. We're definitely not going there, he added with a shiver. She was scary. There was always that one person that was so scary. They either looked like a witch. You know what I mean? Most of the time they looked like an old witch. Just scary looking. Well, Mama said, who was listening, why not? Said the cubs, because she's a witch. That's why not. What? So the mama wanted to know, why can't you guys go over to the old lady? And so the kids were saying, because she's a witch. She's a witch, and we know it. She's very, very scary. Like I said, it's always one. It was always one that was just so scary. Just have you shaking in your shoes. How many by show of hands remember that? Come on, let me see those hands. There you go. What utter nonsense, protested Mama. True, Miss McGree's is old and bent and rather forbidding looking. But I can assure you, she's a perfectly nice person. But the cubs didn't believe her. Not for a minute. They knew better. Everybody knew better. No doubt about it, Miss McGrizz was a witch for sure. Just after dark, a pirate, a skeleton, and the wicked queen from the Snow White came for brother and sister. These are basically their friends dressed up in the different outfits. Can you see those guys? All right. They were Freddie, Lizzie, and Queenie, of course, and together they ventured out into the darkness with their trick or treat bags. Let's go! They were ready, right? Before they could get started collecting Halloween goodies, they joined by some worrisome company. Too Tall Grizzly and his gang out for mischief. Again, it was always some bad kids, right? Always some bad kids trying to mess up your groove. In this case, it was Too Tall. They called him Too Tall in the game. Too Tall didn't waste any time trying to get brother and sister and their friends to go along with him and his gang. You know, they say misery loves company. Look at those guys. Those are the bad guys. Always some bad guys, right? Come on, we'll show you goody goodies how to have some real Halloween fun, he said, pulling brother along with him. What sort of fun? Asked brother warily. Oh, you might say we're going to put the trick back in the trick or treat. It was so dark that brother and the others didn't notice where they were heading. Hey, said sister, this is a crooked lane. Oh my goodness, they couldn't see exactly where Too Tall was taking them because it was just so dark. That's right, said Too Tall. We're gonna play a few tricks on that old witch, Miss McGriz. What sort of tricks? Asked brother. She snarled and twisted the old tree loomed ahead. First, whispered Too Tall, taking a roll of toilet paper from his jacket, we'll decorate her house with a little bit of this. And then maybe we'll tie a few knots in her clothesline. Then smear some honey on her broomstick so she'll stick to it when she tries to fly. Oh my goodness, how cruel. And that's what Halloween is about. Trick or treat, right? Trick or treat. Either you're going to trick someone or you're going to treat someone, right? And I think that's what scared me the most because a lot of times there was just an awful lot of tricking. But before Too Tall and his gang could start their mischief, the front door opened and a bright yellow light stabbed through the darkness. And there, in the doorway, stood the frightening figure of the old Miss McGriz. Aha, she said in a gravely voice. I'm ready for you. Look at her. She's ready, standing tall, waiting on the guy. She's just ahead of the game, right? This is a surprise. They were just so shocked, right? So then she led the terrified cubs into a cozy living room. To their great surprise, there was a big tray of beautiful candy apples, all prepared for Halloween visitors. Wow, can you guys believe that? Mama was right, whispered sister to her brother. Miss McGriz really is a sweet, kind old person. The cubs thanked her for the beautiful apples and went about the rest of their trick-or-treat business. Oh my goodness. So you know what? You can't always judge the book by its cover. Looks can be deceiving. So, they thought she was just this mean old witch. Look what she did. She invited them into her home, and then she provided them with a whole tray of delicious apples. Wow. Later that evening, brother and sister were at home looking over all their treats they had collected. The beautiful candy apples from Miss McGriz just stood out among everything else. And Papa asked, where did they come from? From Miss McGriz, answered brother. From that scary looking old grouch Pass that lid down quick and lane, said Papa. That's right, said Brother, taking a delicious bite of his candy apple. Look at that, guys. Again, looks can be deceiving sometimes, right? You must really try to remember, Papa, said Sister, giving her apple a little lick. Appearances can be quite deceiving. What did you guys think about that? Wasn't that an amazing journey with the bears going trick or treat? Guys, when you go out to trick or treat, be careful, be focused, keep your eyes open, try to stay away from the tricks and the too tall guys, and just go out for a treat. Keep God first and have fun, fun, fun. Guys, this very book can be purchased at Amazon. I will post a link at the end of the tutorial for those parents that would like to make that purchase and follow along with us. So how many, by show of hands, enjoyed that story? Come on, let me see those hands. And tell me, what did you like most about Trick or Treat with the Berenstain Bears? Go ahead and put it in that description box. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Guys, well, that concludes our story time today with the 3 Berenstain Bears, Trick or Treat. Guys, do you know what time it is? It's the time that I believe everyone has been waiting for. Guys, if you had an opportunity to purchase raffle tickets, go ahead and pull out those tickets right now. Adjust those cameras so I can see you guys. It's that time. Are you ready? Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake you better not say it. And the winner is... Mary Graham from Arizona. Let's give her a round of applause. Congratulations, Mary! You have won one of our very own, the Berenstain Bears Trick or Treat, and we will be shipping it out to you. Please allow approximately 15 days, excluding holidays and weekends. I'm sure your little child, your niece, or whomever will absolutely love it. Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Guys, please keep watching. Please keep following. Please keep following so your children can keep growing. Please keep following Gamma so we can keep growing. Please follow us at Flavons Motivational, and that's 6291. Again, that's Flavons Motivational, and that's 6291. We will see you next year during Trick or Treat time. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Don't stop, don't quit, and don't you dare give up. Don't give up. Don't give up.